people of HB. I'm Barbie.
And I'm Kendra.
And this is the HB Buzz.
On March 14th, 2012.
Today's lineup is HB Buzz, Mr. Nelson Interview, and Outside the Hive.
Today's lunch is beef chili or beef footlong hot dog on a bun, vegetable choice, whole grain chips, salsa, variety fruit, and milk.
Today's breakfast is French toast product, daily entree choice, and milk.
Today's birthdays are Gabriella Link,
Neelish Biswas,
Louise Ruiz Quiroz,
and Walter Weber. Happy birthday!
Today's weather is
a high of 73 and a low of 43, and partly cloudy.
Now for the announcements.
Remember, there is no school tomorrow because of parent-teacher conference.
They go from 12 to 8, and the book fair also goes from 12 to 8.
Also, the Lost and Found is upstairs.
Today is Dress Like Your Favorite Character Day as well.
Now let's go to the interview with Mr. Nelson and Amelia, where they'll talk about fairness. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Amelia, and I'm here with our principal, Mr. Nelson. I'll be asking some questions about fairness. What does fairness mean to you?
Well, fairness to me means that all students, all children, all adults have an opportunity for success. So that when we begin to look at how we approach situations, we look at what's going to benefit all people. When we look at a game that we might play, we're playing with a great deal of sportsmanship, and we're not as consumed about winning the game. We're thinking more about how are we playing the game to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to be successful and have fun.
Cool. So what's the difference between fairness and equality?
Well, when I think of fairness, I think of the word equity. And equity is when all people have an equal opportunity for success. When I think of equality, I think that all people are treated the same despite the fact that they're different. For example, if I have 10 kids and I say, I'm going to give each of you a pair of shoes, and I'm going to give you all a size 12, that would be equal. I'm treating you all the same way. But some of you don't have a size 12 foot. Some of you might have a size 5, some of you might have a size 3, some of you might have a size 7. So if I were going to give you an equal chance of being successful wearing those tennis shoes, I would think of that as equity. I would make sure that I take into account that you each have different size feet.
Amazing. So how do you think kids should deal with the situation they see as unfair?
Well, the first piece of advice I would give kids when they're thinking of a situation as unfair is to think first of themselves. Think about, why do I feel like this is unfair? Is this unfair because I'm not winning or I'm not having a chance to be successful? Are there parts of the situation in which the rules have changed for certain people? So I'd first ask you to look at the situation as a whole and look at, why am I feeling this way? And if I'm feeling this way only because I don't get what I want, chances are that that's not really the best way to look at fairness. What I would have them do is look at the entire situation and saying, does everyone have an equitable situation? Are we all experiencing this the same way? And then however the situation plays out is how it plays out.
That's some good tips for us. So how do you make consequences So how do you think that consequences are fair when students get sent to your office?
Well, again, when students get sent to the office, I recognize that not all students are exactly the same. If it's a 6th grader, they're different than a kindergartner or a 3rd grader. They all have different levels of experience. They come in at different age levels. I also try to think about what is the intent of the student. So if a person approaches a situation and they are intending to cause harm to somebody or intending to hurt their feelings, I treat that a little bit different. So if it's an unintended consequence, a lot of times kids will come to me and they'll say, well, it was an accident. And I'll say, accidents are preventable. Did you do some things in this particular case that were preventable? Did you approach the case or did you approach the situation in such a way that there was no way that you could have known that this was going to happen? And if they say no, then we talk about, well, then what we're really talking about is you did some things, and the consequences, what happened as a result of them, were unintended. So we really focus on the difference between unintended consequences and accidents. So I take a look at the intent that the students have. Was it truly an accident? What part did they play? Is this the first time that they get sent to the office? Because I don't think anybody here wants to have the exact same consequence every single time for every single student, because you all come in with different situations at home. Maybe something happened that morning and you were distracted. There's lots of different things. So what seems like at times that some kids have certain consequences for a situation and other kids at a different time maybe have different consequences is because I'm trying to approach the situation and treat everyone according to their differences and not focus so much solely on the one thing that's happened, but on the larger picture, on everything that I know about the students.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Now to Outside the Hive. Bye.
Hey, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Hayden.
And this is Outside the Hive. Today's topic is things you can do over the weekend.
Since there's a 4-day weekend,
And it'll be nice.
there's a lot of things you can do over the weekend.
Some things are you can help your parents with yard work.
Go to the park,
Go see a movie like The Lorax,
journey to the mysterious island,
John Carter.
and many more.
You can also read the Hunger Games books, so you can go see the movie on March 23rd.
You can also read other type of books.
Some books are The Adventures in Tintin and The Inventions of Hugo Cabaret.
You can also see these movies.
You can go outside and play sports like frisbee,
Football,
softball,
baseball,
soccer,
lacrosse.
and basketball.
Aww,
What is it?
we don't have any more time to say things you can do outside.
Well,
See you next time on the HB Buzz.
Bye.